Hello and welcome to my garden first video of the year 2023. We have left this garden for 3.5 months and it's nice to see everything is still here. Up here we have some cabbage. There's some cabbage in the front garden, at the front of the house, which has caterpillars on it, which seems a bit peculiar for this time of the year. There's some loose leaf parsley there. I think this is carrots coming up. I'm not 100% sure, can't remember what I put in. This heather has some flowers. Potentilla has got green leaves. There's still beetroot in here. And there's actually a few bean sprouts, which is totally crazy, but there you go. I have spotted some wildflowers coming up already in the meadow patch and a bulb coming up. There are some very strong looking leeks and more beetroot. And down here are onions. The fennel plant has still got a few seeds on it, so I will leave it there. But it's got fresh green leaves underneath as well. Now the currant bushes have buds. Garlic is coming up amongst its little warmth layer of weeds. The little pond is nice and clean. There has been a lot of rain while we've been away, but it has not been cold. There's kale plants coming up all over the garden. There's a nice sorrel there, very tasty. We had some last night. I cannot remember what this is, but it looks very nice. I think it's a type of kale, not kale. I think it's a type of, oh, I can't remember the name. Never mind, I shall have to look it up. Chard is there. That could be a type of chard. It's very pretty, whatever it is. Hopefully it's edible. Some more kale. The onions are doing fine. This buddleia here. It's looking like a bush rather than a stick. It was just a stick last year. This is still the favoured place for the kale to grow big. The pond was a bit full of leaves, but I've managed to get a good chunk of it out. It's very still, very quiet. My writing hut is still standing. The doors are a little bit stiff, swollen with all the water. The primula here, actually it's cowslip, spreading really, really well. It's nice when you find a plant that is pretty and wild and loves the garden. We have a lot of rogue raspberries coming onto the pathway. I shall pot them up in the spring and give them away or take them to our other garden patch that we have. There's all sorts growing on the mound, including a cabbage. I've just spent 40 minutes tidying the polytunnel because it still had all the dead tomato plants and peppers in it. They're looking very neat, and I've put a layer of leaf mulch, which had been in bags for 2 years, in degradable bags. So that was fun because the bags were falling apart, which means they really are degradable. We really do have a lovely hedge now of bamboo at the back. Sadly, we didn't have any of the medlar tree this year. All gone. To wait till next year. I can't see any signs of them on the ground either. Maybe the birds and mice have eaten them. You're into jasmine. Such a bright splash of colour in the garden. And these have got flowers on, and I have totally forgotten their name. 2 out of the 3 plants survived, which is lovely. Where else shall I take you? That's pretty much it. It's a quiet winter garden, not covered in snow, not frozen, no icicles hanging from my dragon this year, at least not at the moment. This over here is a patch of the leeks, the perennial leeks. Actually look like they could be cut and then they re-sprout, so you don't pull the roots out. So there we go. First garden video of 2023.